What is going on, team? Today we're going to talk about the best way to film using your iPhone. We're also going to discuss some other accessories that can help you take your content to another level. So let's start with the equipment. Firstly, we're going to talk about the iPhone, and we have a couple of tips on how to get the best results while filming. We're going to talk about the grip and how the grip can help you film overlay. We're going to talk about the tripod and how the tripod goes hand in hand with any camera. And we're going to talk about the lapel microphone that can help you get the best audio possible from your talent in any situation. I'm not sure about anybody else in the tent, but I know for myself, anytime I'm out, whether it be for work or with the family, I'm always thinking about what I could be filming. And quite often when I am out, I don't have any other accessories. I only have the phone. So two things that I apply every time when I'm filming and I only have the phone is, firstly, I always film things horizontally. Horizontally will essentially give you the opportunity to have the best quality content on more platforms. So if you film vertically, right, there are definitely platforms that are designed to take content vertically, but by filming vertically, you'll lose a lot of resolution when you have to do the resizing. So highly recommend filming horizontally for any content that you do make. My other tip is to always film with two hands. Now, you'll find a lot of people, they'll film with one hand. Again, not a problem, you can do it, but what you do find is that you get a lot of shake, so it doesn't take very long before the phone starts to shake. And this training isn't about becoming the best overnight content producers, but it's about small percentage gains over a series of steps to improve your content by quite a margin. And one of those tips is to film with two hands. But then what it also does is it draws your focus into what you're doing. If I was going to an event that didn't require interviews, the one accessory I would take would be the grip. The grip is a great tool, fantastic for filming overlay, fantastic for helping you keep your shot steady, really good to help you film your own piece to cameras or film interviews if you don't have your tripod. It's really simple to use. You've got a little clamp in there, you slide your phone in, and always use two hands still. Use your two hands, hold your breath, and get your shots like so. Really good if you need to film down something, you can angle it down. If you need to film up, you can angle it up. If you need to film a selfie piece to camera, you can do so like that, picking your best side. Purchase one of these, start using it, and it will be a great help to the content. So the next piece of equipment is what I love, and I believe it goes hand in hand with any camera, and it's the tripod. How we use the tripod, the mount at the top will mount to the top of the tripod. So now, very quickly, I have the phone mounted to the top of the tripod. You can film a nice interview with this tripod. You can film overlay, you can film piece to cameras, you can lock it off, you can film time lapses. So really handy piece of equipment. What I also like about this is if you don't have the grip, you can actually still use it as if it is a grip. It's a bit bigger, people might look at you strangely. It's a great way to keep your shot steady, and if I need to film an interview or piece to camera or some other overlay, I just drop the legs, then it stands up and I can lock it off and do a time lapse or anything like that. So tripod, fantastic piece of kit, highly recommend it. So the last piece of equipment we're going to talk about today is the lavalier microphone or the lapel microphone. It's always going to be a high probability that when you are filming an interview or a piece to camera somewhere, that there will be noise, whether it be traffic, whether it be a group of people. A really great piece of equipment to help minimize pretty much most of that noise and then draw the attention into what the talent is saying. Microphones have what's called a polar pattern. Now in this case, a lavalier microphone has a polar pattern that goes around like this, and that's the area in which the microphone will pick up sounds. So by having the microphone here under the chin, the polar pattern is around here, so any sounds in and around this area is what this microphone is going to pick up. Of course, other sounds will come into this space, but the predominant sound it would be the sound of the person's voice. So Really important to understand that. So if you're filming with a phone, the microphone's here, the polar pattern's around here, right, to pick up when you're talking to somebody on the phone, but then also when you're filming an interview. So if the talent's standing 2 meters over there and the polar pattern's around here, then it's going to pick up all the other sounds in this area and not really pick up the talent. Now, one of the tips I do have, because it's a pet hate of mine, is when you do see the cable coming down someone, that to me is very unprofessional. You wouldn't see that in television. The idea is for people to not know that there's a microphone on them, even though these are exposed. So I do what is called the up and under the shirt, or the down and through. Most people are obliging and they're happy to help out and put the lapel up and under or down and through. You can also go through the sleeve if you need, but yeah, makes a really big difference to how the end of your video will look. If they're not comfortable with it, by all means, just clip it on and maybe try and hide it under a jacket. Worst case scenario, clip it on and you can see it. But at least give it a go. Try not to have it exposed. It will make a really big difference to the finished product that you're going to put out.